Grand Rising, Good Dunning. Welcome to Good Dunning with me, Mr. Floyd, Channel Archangel Raphael, and Saint Germain. Welcome, Helene and Millie. And Helene already filled up the chat there. Welcome, Millie, Fatima, Bonnie, Yanxi, Viviani, Suzette, it's Trigger Hope, or Karma, and Good Dunning to all. I love it. Thank you. Helene has filled the, I love it. Laura, Good Dunning. I will be in touch maybe next Tuesday. StreamYards, I just got some things to do there, but maybe we'll get you on next Tuesday. Give me over like till Saturday-ish. No working this weekend, so Saturday-ish, and I'll get it all situated. But Laura, I'll invite you back, and maybe we'll do Tuesday night with Laura again and test out the StreamYards, which should work. It works for any browser. It was really, really, really easy when I was on Rooted Willow there, and so it worked really well. So most likely the case. For those of you who are follow-ups, Yanxi sent you an email as well for a follow-up there. And so if you had a one-on-one with me and I mentioned a follow-up towards the end of the month, I've sent emails out to at least 2 of you. So go ahead and check that if you want to follow up. I do one-on-one. So first off, welcome to Good Dunning with Mr. Floyd. Again, my name's Josh. We channel Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we're talking about one-on-ones. I do one-on-one sessions. Just joined it here with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. So if you want a one-on-one session, I've done plenty of them now. And if you want one, and that blows my mind because I've never earned a dime on my own doing anything. I always had to get a paycheck. Now so thank you, Saint Germain. You taught me, if nothing, you taught me. I earned a paycheck on my own, and that's to earn money on your own, not like door dashing or through some third-party company, but to do it just your energetics in Saint Germain, and you get money is an amazing feeling when you can generate your first earned your own income there. Maybe you make something like jewelry and you sell your first piece, or you're an artist and you sell your first picture or painting or photograph if you're a photographer. It's an amazing feeling. And so all of you who have contributed to my amazing feelings there and doing the one-on-one sessions, thank you. And if I promised you a follow-up and I haven't emailed you, email me. And I did send a couple emails out. So when we do one-on-one sessions, which I do with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, they include a follow-up session if you need it. And really, there's no end to it, per se. I mean, yeah, there's a point, but not really. I mean, so if you need follow-ups, we're there for you. Saint Germain's there for you. And so yeah, thank you last night as well to those who joined us on Tuesday night live. As you can see, we're not in the park today. Got some things to do this dawning. But I try to get to the park at least 3 out of the 5 times, and I will be there tomorrow for sure. And we did Tuesday night live. If you did not watch, we go live on Tuesday nights as well. And Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain came through really strong last night, and but your energetics, and we did so from the park, which was absolutely awesome. And so if you haven't watched that, please do so. I'm going to create a couple of shorts out of that. I've been slacking and lacking on the shorts there. So the last one was the sunflower still keeling over. Which I don't know if that's right or not, but either way. And if you didn't see the post I posted, Archangel Raphael has moved in across the way there. We have Ganesh moved out. So the big statue, the 3-foot statue of Ganesh that moved in about 2 years ago, he moved out. But then Archangel Raphael moved in across the way there. And so every night about 7:30, apartment lights up like green machine there. It's insane. And it stays lit green until about 10, 11 o'clock at night. I mean, green and it's not green. I mean, there's shades of green. But if you Archangel Raphael's green, go look at it's on the community page there. It's insane. And we were talking about last night, if you see your living universe, if you're looking about the energetics of you and your living universe there, and seeing those things, and how like Millie is seeing purple, and she posted it on her page and her community page, where she's seeing a purple square, a rectangle out of her window, and driving through purple bridges. And then I got green going on. So what are you seeing in your universe? And that's what we were talking about last night. And how are you seeing the synchronicities that may or may not be lining up for you? So yeah, well, thank you for that. And so we'll see what we've got in the chat here. Angela, all positivity, the best. Beautiful hearts to work on you. What's something going on with Angela there? Favor to Angela. And I haven't seen the entire chat there. So yes, let's see. Yangtze, spiritual services are impactful just as your physical labor. And yes, Millie, I prayed the angels will guide surgeon, Archangel Raphael, to be there. So Angela's having some form of surgery. Favor to Angela, and I can only see so far into the chat, and her surgery there. So if Angela's having surgery, and I'm sure I'll see it in the chat again, favor to that, and we would, of course, want to take a moment of silence and meditation on that. But yes, if Angela's having surgery, certainly Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain would be there to guide the surgeon's hands without any question. I thought of the picture from your green apartment. It was awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's crazy. So if you in your living universe there and you slow down and look around, blessings, Fatima, good dawning. If you look around in your universe, you're going to see all kinds of craziness there. But it's a living universe. And if you accept that and look for that, you're going to get a return, an energetic return in your universe based on the energies you're putting out. So if you're putting out all positive, you're going to see positive energetic return in your universe. And if you're working with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, or Ganesh, you might see Archangel Raphael moving across the way from you. Now, technically, no, the guy just likes green, but I've never seen an apartment light up green before, so I leave it alone in that. I've seen green lighting on a porch and such. Bonnie, good dawning. I sent Bonnie, check your email there as well. I sent out some emails for those, and Bonnie has mentioned, and we had talked before on the chat or in the live about how Bonnie had done a session. So I'm sending out the follow-up emails for those who need or want to follow up there. All right, so what we've been doing and working on is energetics. All of it's energetics. Everything you do is energetics. But we've been working with Archangel or with Isis to ground ourselves into our pyramid. We've been working with Raphael and Saint Germain to stick stuff to our wall as well. We've been doing cord cutting, energetic cord cutting, because in order for you to generate your universe, the easiest way to do so is if you cut cords first. So if you clear the light body, the energetic body, if you clear the junk in your auric field, you don't have to climb through, because think of it this way. You're like in a tunnel, right? In a hole. And for you to get up, you got to climb out of the hole, but you got to climb through all the dense. In your case, you have to push through or pull through all of your dense trauma in your body, all the heavy energies, all the negatives that you go through, all the negative thoughts that you have, the non-worthy energies. You have to push through, clear all that, or get out of that first, like popping your head out of a, like poof, oh, I can see the light, like climbing out of a cave. And in order to get to that point, and that's what we're talking about here, is helping you to drop all of this heavy energetic so you can pull yourself, so to speak, like pulling yourself out of that, pushing, like when you're climbing out of a hole and you put your hands on the ground and you pop out and you see the light. That's what we're getting at here. And in order for you to get into your light body, to more easily, you're going to create. You can create from your trauma body, but you have to be grounded. You have to be almost narcissistic and thinking your trauma is, you are in your trauma, you're the shiznit. And so like you find like extreme psychopathic narcissists may be really wealthy because they don't see that they're an issue. They're grounding into their energy in such a positive manner, even though could be really negative, or you would interpret it, they wouldn't, as terrible energy, that they manage to pull themselves up, even though you would look at that and go, how are they rich? Or how did this jerk become so financially, or whatever it is? And it's because they are super grounded in themselves. It's like your energy. If you're grounded in you're not worthy, then you're going to get not worthy. But if you're grounded in, even if it's egotistical, and you're coming off in a socio or psychopathic manner, that you're the shiznit and that you are the universe's gift to the world, if you really believe that and ground into it, your energetics are going to state that. You're going to create that, and it's going to lift you up. Unfortunately or unfortunately, for all the crazy psychopathic and narcissists and whatnot in the world, like Ted Bundys and whatnot, who end up really wealthy because they don't think they're crazy. They just ground into that energy. A lot of us, pre-light workers, all of us, we had a lot of negative energetic thoughts about ourselves, so we couldn't ground into anything. And so that's clearing those negative energetic thoughts about ourselves in order to get to what we want. And so we're going to do some more cord cutting today to get to that, to climb ourselves out of that dark body, so to speak. It's kind of like our body double, right? We have to get out of that first into our real body, if that makes any sense. Masters at integrating their shadow energy. Exactly. That's it. That's it, Millie. And so if you see somebody who's like, how's this guy like? Who I could state some names, but I'd probably get kicked off YouTube. But nonetheless, how is this guy, this jerk, so wealthy? It's exactly it. Their shadow. They are their shadow. And so if you ground into it hard enough, we tended to grind into we're not worthy, we're whatever it is in our universe. And so we got that. Now that you're light, if you ground into the fact that you're the light and that you're love, and you can climb out of that non-worthiness and all of the trauma that we've had, and you step up into your universe and step up and climb out as well. And it's like that mole, you're like, poof, you see the light for the first time. All right, so we're going to cut some of those cords that have been keeping us down. And today we're going to cut negative thoughts on ourselves. We can do that. It's just about pulling the cord. And it's your own energetics that we're cutting away from ourselves today. It's kind of a different deal. But what we're going to do is think of all the times that we've been negative to ourselves, and we're going to clear that. We've attached it. When you attach a cord to yourself, it's kind of like a loop that comes back in, right? Like a bent cord, like a U, like a bent tube, right? And so you're attaching those cords to come out. Like I am feeling negative about myself, but you're bringing it back into yourself. So we're going to pull those those are some of the heaviest energetics you would have attached to yourself. We're going to pull those cords out, and we're going to cut all of our negative self-talk, all of our lack, the lack that we've created for ourselves. Anybody who's in lack, you've created that lack. You somewhere you felt the worthiness of you was lack. And there we go. And so we're going to cut those unworthy thoughts. We're going to cut all of those unworthy energetics that are within us. Were we going to get rid of them in the one cut? No. But if we start to recognize our unworthy energetics, where we come across and say, maybe, I want this new Toyota Tundra. We're just, again, an example, right? It's been the example. So I want a Toyota Tundra. But if your energetics aren't there, you're going to be like, well, maybe next lifetime, or when I'm worthy, or I can never afford that. And that's the stuff we're talking about here. Or maybe you've only had one decent girlfriend in your universe and you want another one, but you're like, I'm not worthy, or she was just a miracle that I ended up with her. And all these negative energetics in your universe, or maybe you don't feel worthy of love. Maybe your parents didn't love you, so I am not worthy of being loved. So we're going to cut all of those today. Dawning, Suzette, welcome. If you're just joining us here, what we're doing, Suzette, is we're working on cutting negative energetics from ourselves. So like you can cut cords from other people, but you attach cords to yourself. So every time you go, I don't like myself, you throw that into your auric field. So the cord loops back into yourself instead. So it's like a U, right? You're throwing that dart back into yourself, so to speak, with the hate that you have for yourself. So your auric field gets blacker, darker, more dense. Your body gets more dense and tightened up, right? Your organs even move in, all the space in between starts to fill in, so to speak. And you get more dense. You feel heavier. And so we're cutting those cords this dawning. I was just wondering and thought the cords are tied to like a DNA helix, and they were underlying negative, and we're untying the negative cords in the strands, speaking life and intention. That is fantastic. Let's pin that. That has been pinned because it's really that good of a message there. Did it pin? I don't know if it did. It's pinned. All right. So yeah, that's what we're doing. In a lot of ways, that's amazing, Yanksy. It's kind of like that, right? Our DM. That's really good. So yes, we've drilled into our DNA that we're not worthy, and reaching back from that level. Yes. Good dawning, Viviani. Good dawning. I will get. I saw your email there. I will get that out to you. Viviani works with the Akashic, and yeah, that's come some super important things in your universe, and getting into your Akashic records is probably one of the top 3 most important things you could probably do in your universe energetically. And so we are definitely going to have Viviani on as well. All right, so what we're going to do is cut some cords, and Viviani as well. If you look at the pin message there, we've been cutting cords, but we're going to cut energetics directly from ourselves. So the energetics that we've looped back into ourselves are negative self-talk. Normally, we've been cutting energetics from other people, but today we're going to cut it from ourselves and try to clear some of the darkness from our auric field that we pump into it from our own negative thoughts, negative actions, unworthiness, past history, traumas, and dramas that we've inherited that may not even be ours. So everyone, and if you're watching in the replay there, Cord cutting is real simple. All you have to do is imagine a chalkboard, and you can write down like all the negative things I've said to myself, or individual negative self-talks like I am not worthy, and then you erase it. I am not seen, and you erase it. I am not lovable, or I am not lovable. Who said you're not lovable? You. Maybe your parents did, but that's your parents. Your parents are their own issue, and that's something else we'll get into, is the delineation again between your parents or other people's energy and how you absorb it and take it in as yours when it's really their problem, not yours. But right now we're just working on cutting cords from ourselves. So we're going to take a minute. It'll be kind of a silent exercise here. So if you're just joining us, we're cutting cords energetically from ourselves that we've attached to ourselves through our own self-talk. So take a moment. And so to cut a cord, real simple, all my negative self-talk, I am worthy, all the unworthiness, all the dislike, hate I've had for myself. And so let's go ahead and do so. Take a moment. If you're driving, you can do this in your mind. Real simple. You can even say it out loud. I'm cutting the energetics from what I dislike of myself, and just erase it. We're imagining a chalkboard and putting it on there and erasing it. So go ahead and do that. Take a minute or so. And what we're doing is working to lighten the trauma body, bring you into this is your trauma body. You absorb all of the negativity that comes to you, all the negative things, all the low vibrational energies in your body. That's why you're not healing. You're not ascending. It's your body that's ascending. Your source, and you're perfect. So let's go ahead and cut those cords. We're going to cut them. Erase the cords. We're going to take another 20, 30 seconds. So go ahead and erase those cords. Negative thoughts you've had. I'm not worthy. I didn't apply for this job because I don't think I'd get it, because I don't believe in myself. Whatever it is, we're cutting those cords. We're all worthy. It's a matter of removing the negative energetics first. All right. The other thing we're going to do, and we do this every day, and this will take all of a minute, is if you're new here, we've been putting things to the wall, right? So we've now thinned ourselves down, energetically speaking. We've removed, even just if you remove one negative thought, that can change your entire universe. So from our end, then, what we're going to do next is ground into what we placed on our wall. And again, we're doing a project here. It's a group project till November 11th. We're going to see what we can accomplish and create individually by placing something in our heart, in our mind, and feeling it, seeing it like a picture in a frame or on a poster, and we stuck it to an internal wall of our home. But everything you do in your universe has to start with inside energetics. And that's what we're working on here. So from your end, then, ground into what you see on your wall. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, the big three, right? 15 seconds is all it takes to get into the field and put what you want into the field, so that you start scrambling the energetics in the field where it comes back to you in your universe. And so we're going to put those energetics out to you, and we're going to put that on our wall. So whatever you want to see by November 11th, and if you're new here, pause the video. It'll take a minute. What do you want to see in your universe? This is how you create your universe. Everything you've ever wanted in your universe, everything you've ever done had to start with an energetic thought. Something energetic. I want to, I'm going to, or you pushes you to do so. Everything starts with that. And so that's where we're starting from. So when you look at it and you see it on your wall, feel it in your heart. If it's a car, see yourself driving it. If it's money, see yourself spending it, using it. See how it helps your universe. Maybe if you're paying off a bill, you have a big bill. Imagine feeling it being paid off. Whatever you've put in your field that you want to see on your wall, November 11th, let's ground into that. And if you're new here, pause the video. Just imagine something like a vision board, what you want to see by November 11th, and work with us. It's how these things work here. I'm not trying to waste your time or anything. I'm trying to help you create your universe. So there we go. So take a deep breath in with me. Breathe out. Visualize your wall and what you've stuck to your wall. You can do it standing, grounded, whatever. Just take 15 seconds. We're going to start now and see what you've stuck to your wall. Hold it. Breathe in, breathe out, feel it. And we're doing active manifestation. 15 seconds beginning now. We're visualizing our wall. what we want as a group individually by November 11th. All right, we took it to 20 seconds this time. But again, 15 seconds is all that research shows it takes to put what you want energetically into the void, into the field, into the grand source field, where the energetics will spin around. And if your energetics stay aligned, there's a key to that. If your energetics stay aligned with what you are looking for, and you don't come across any more negatives in your universe, because any negative, if you sit there and you go, I want this by November 11th, and you come off negative, like, I really don't deserve that. You're starting to, it's like Back to the Future, where Michael J. Fox, remember, he started to disappear from the picture, right? His brother disappeared, then his sister did. Your vision, what you want, will start to disappear from your picture if you throw negative energies there. The more negative you throw, eventually, it's like shaking a Etch-a-Sketch. You've thrown enough sand on you've thrown enough sand onto the sketch that you reset it, and you got to start all over with the energetics. So keep that in mind. That while we're doing these, don't have any expectations for one, because if you have an expectation as well, you can't. Your universe may give you better than what you expect because you're vibrating from now. So if you're looking for something 90 days from now, right, in November, but you're sitting here now, 90 days from now, 80 something, 70 something, you're going to be a different vibration. Most likely you'll be in a higher vibration. So what you want now may not actually be, is why we don't manifest specifics, right? Because what you want now would only be based on who you are now. But if we're doing cord cutting, energetic clearing, and whatnot, and we get all the way to November, you're going to be a lighter body. You're going to be you're not going to be as dense in your trauma body. And what you want may be elevated because you're in an elevated state. So keep that in mind as well. That's why we do never stick to what we exactly say we want. We never give it an expectation of, I want it in this way. Because if you're always growing, then you're going to grow into something that maybe energetically, you may not even want that when you get it. You may want something totally different. So this is where the trust in your universe comes in. So we're going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain to do, I was just wondering and thought the chord. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. And I've been made aware, and through a couple of people in the channel here, and I'm super eternally and super grateful for it, that apparently, and I don't know these things, so if some feedback is grateful on my end, that the energetics, the moving and the smoothing and such, is actually having an effect. Yeah, we're not going to say it's Reiki. I'm not certified in Reiki. What I'm doing is working with Saint Germain, and however he's making me move, not making me, but energetically how I'm feeling to move with Saint Germain. So if you're feeling those energetics, I had no idea, and there's a few people who have expressed that those energetics are actually can be quite powerful, and I honestly had no idea. So, and I appreciate that, and so yeah, we'll be bringing more of that in, as well as I work with Saint Germain, or as Saint Germain works with us. So yeah, I can't call it Reiki or anything of the sort because that's not legal, and Reiki has its own connotations. But and somebody had mentioned that honestly, we changed the channel name to something because I'm not just channeling anymore. Because really, as she put it, the energetics are just as equally as powerful as the channeling. And so I'm thinking about changing it to. And you can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you want in the chat. But I was thinking Mr. Floyd Energetics or something to that effect, because energetics and channeling or something. I'm not sure yet. And if you got suggestions, you can throw it in there, because yeah, what I'm learning is that we're doing more than just channeling here. We're moving energies as well. We're working on building a universe and seeing what we can create by November 11th. And we're working on moving energies out of our auric field. And so it's not just channeling. And I don't know. So if you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to throw into the chat, of course, I am certainly grateful for that. But yeah, so from my end here, we're going to go ahead and bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and I'm grateful for all of you in the chat. And those of you who keep coming back, if I don't say it, thank you, and I love you guys. I am so appreciative that you guys keep coming back to watch me and Saint Germain, and we're both flabbergasted and grateful. And you'll hear from Saint Germain since he's already talking. All right, so I'm going to bring in Saint Germain. I can hear him back here. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good dawning and welcome. Welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. He is at home today. We have a one-on-one session via phone call shortly. So after the good dawning, so we are at home this morning. This dawning, we are not in morning. If you are in morning, then we are sorry for you and hope that your universe is amazing. And if we are seeing that somebody in the chat, Angela, was it going to have surgery? So we are favored to her surgery, and we will of course be guiding her surgeon's hands with explicit loving energies. But nonetheless, we are here. We are channeling through Josh for you, to you today, as we say generally every day. So you know that it is us. We are here. But nonetheless, who talks like this anyways? But nonetheless, welcome. And we are grateful if you had a 2 for Tuesday yesterday. You watched Mr. Floyd and then ourselves, Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael, in the evening, as well as if you watched in the dawning. We are so grateful for you. And we are talking about your energetics and clearing. And we are talking about how this channel, we are saying that the channel you are listening to, but the channel, YouTube channel, there we go, is a little bit more. We are moving, the channel is moving into another field, so to speak. We are talking about energetics here, and we are seeing the thumbs up. And so if you are looking for more energetic smoothing, and we are talking about moving the energies, bringing the energies into your universe, if you are feeling that, then let Saint Germain know. Saint Germain is only doing what we are getting feedback for in the chat. He is, well, we are the master. I am the master at energetics, right? I am the grand alchemist, right? I can turn you, I can make you a lot of things, but nonetheless, not know what energetics are working for you. So we are looking for some more feedback. Are you looking for more channeling? Are you looking for more project work? Are you looking for more smoothing of your energies, more Reiki, so to speak? We are not saying it's Reiki because Saint Germain does not do anything by labels. We create the energetics as we go, so to speak. And so I was just that's the pinned comment there. I love this. What happened? The remembrance energetics with, I loved it. What about remembrance energetics with Mr. Floyd? That is a good one too. You have to remember that you are all energetic. So we are in a shift here, if you have noticed. The channel is in a shift, and so we are going to have more of a, Saint Germain is just talking with you today. Because sometimes Saint Germain, well, we are giving you all this, how to build your universe, right? And this is why we are here. Saint Germain is not shooting the shit with you, so to speak. We are not. And we have not forgotten about the rumble as well. We are going to create that. We are just getting things situated here. Josh's universe is, as you can kind of see, it's just about to be in another flux, so to speak. And so things are getting ready to move up in his universe. We are going to get the Rumble channel. He is taking a job interview. We are not sure yet if he's getting that job. We have put that out there, but it's been a week, so we are saying it now. But you kind of figured if we are talking about having to change the time for the channel, the good dawning to earlier, then you would know. So there we go. But we are not saying he got the job yet. But nonetheless, his universe is beginning to shift up. So we are having this one-on-one with you to make sure that we are checking in with you as the audience as well, because we want to make sure that this is all working for you. Saint Germain is working through Josh, but he is working for you. He's working for Josh too, of course. He does not know how to build his universe. So we are helping him create the energetics to build his universe. That's why we are working with you through Josh to help you build your universe. That is Saint Germain's main job here through Josh. He is channeling through Tara Arnold and through Daniel and through Jeffrey and through lots of other people. But he is different. Saint Germain has a different task for each one of them as he does for Josh. So in your universe and for you, we just want to do a quick energetic check-in. Is this working out for you? If you are in the chat, if you want to type, if you can, fine. If not, that is all right. You can chat to Saint Germain if you have a question. Saint Germain is open for questions at the moment as well. We are doing this. This is a loose chat today. We are not giving you any specifics on your energetics. We want to see if you can return some energetics to Saint Germain through the chat, if you have the time, if you are able. First off, we are going to ask a question, and if you are watching this in the rewind or replay, or if you watch this in your evening or whenever you watch this, you're at work and you watch this after work, or you have just come across this, put something in the chat, would you, or in the comments. Is this work for you? What do you find for this? Are you finding Saint Germain to be more pleasurable? Are you finding him to be someone you can watch? Is Saint Germain a little gruff? What we are looking for comments, right? Because like any good business, right? If you do not have a comment card, like how is the service, right? You go to a restaurant and you get the comment card. Was the food good? You leave a you leave a comment on Yelp, on Google, right? That you went to this restaurant and the food was amazing. So from your end, then leave some comments, or at least we are trying to discuss with you, hopefully, that this is all working out. If you want to see a change in this in any aspect, then put it quantum energetics. Now we are talking. We are looking the quantum energetics. Because yes, this is all about energetics. And we are not just channeling anymore. We are doing energetics. Josh is going to take Reiki 1, but nonetheless, we are moving the energies. And Josh can feel the energies moving from his hands. And we are helping you to smooth out your universe. Saint Germain and Josh are welcome to start my day. There we go. Thank you. But if you are wanting to see change in this, we are going to grab something. Hold the thought. Just one moment. Josh is going to get up. He's half in channel, but remember, he has a conscious channeler, so he's going to get something from his mantle. It'll just be one moment. If you are looking and Josh is not in the chat, he did not disappear. This is not goodbye from Mr. Floyd. We have gotten the rose cuts. There we go. So we are going to use the rose cuts and do some smoothing on the rose with the rose cuts. And there we go. So we are doing some smoothing with your energies today. Saint Germain is practicing the alchemy of moving energies with the rocks, crystals that your universe, that your earth provides to help you with your energetics. Your earth provides you everything you need. We're going to, where's your heart? Tapping at your heart. With the, we're going to break open your heart space. There we go. All right. We are appreciative that you are watching this and that you are part of our dawning. We are going to continue with the energetics and talking about how you are creating your universe and how your universe is unique to everybody else's universe and how you only see through your eyes. You cannot understand anybody else's universe. You can only have compassion for it. You cannot understand somebody who may spend only 30 seconds brushing their teeth in their universe, where you spend maybe 180 seconds brushing your teeth. Everybody does their own thing. You might shower daily, while somebody showers every other day. While somebody else's universe, they might have to go to the river to get wet and get clean. Are you grateful for that? This is what we are talking about here. This is what we are talking about. Moving your energies around. Everything is an energetic play in your universe. And if you are able to see that everything is energetics, and it's all based on your frequency, what you bring into your universe. Your frequency is going to bring you your job. If you have a negative frequency, you're going to get a negative job. If your frequency is positive, you will find the job that you like. It's everything in your universe is based on your energetics and your frequencies. We are clearing you out. We're going to hold this in your heart. So take the rose quartz. We're going to push out this loving energy. If you are wanting it. If you are not, that's fine. You can block it. You can close your eyes. You're pushing the love, sending it to your heart. It's all about energetics. And really, it's just releasing all the trauma, all the gunk, all the crap that people have said to you over the years, all the heaviness. A lot of you are probably feeling you are just so tired, right? Like you are just like, I could just sleep for a year. And we understand that is what we are talking about here, the energetics of that. So we are trying to bring in love. So we are going to we can even spell love and send it to you. Poof. There we go. So we are not going to keep this too much longer. We are trying to do a little more calm today. So bring in some love and just let you know that it's all about your energetics. And we are appreciative that you are watching. We are all in the same boat, exactly. As a matter of fact, if you are here, you are matching energetically with the boat that everybody is in. We are all If you're watching YouTube, every channel is different, right? So you go to a YouTube channel, this one does not vibe. Next, you go to this YouTube channel, this one does not vibe. Then you land on this channel, or that channel, and it vibes. That is where your energetics are. So if you are watching this, and you are like, how am I sitting here watching? This is where your energetics are. This is what your soul is telling you to watch. This is what your higher self might be putting you on. You might be watching things, you're like, how did I end up here? What am I watching here? What is this guy, crazy or not? Nonetheless, maybe your higher self has put you there. If you are, wherever you are in your universe, you are meant to be there. If you are watching X, Y, or Z, for some reason or another, there is something you are supposed to learn. And if you are not feeling that, then slow down in your universe to see why you have been put, that has been put in front of you. There are no coincidences, as we have said the other day. Everything happens for a reason. You're not going to stand there and see 555 and 737 and 559 and a purple bridge and purple green lights and not see our universe and go, okay, what is changing? 737. Conflate that to, that's an airplane, right? If you see 737, are you asking your universe, where are we going, for example? If you see 555, you can expect some change in your universe at some point. Are you seeing these things? We are speaking with you. And are you energetically returning that? Are you allowing yourself to slow down? Are you feeling what is coming to you? Are you just davishing through? Are you just in the angry energetics? We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. I'm not keeping it too long today. Today is the chill day. But nonetheless, can you be chill in your universe? There are no coincidences in your universe. If you are here, most of you are on the East Coast, not all of you, but most of you are generally and even in the same general area. So if you do a Colorado gathering, like spring for like a camping or something, it would be interesting to see who could come out to Colorado. But we are grateful for you and just want you to have the best and most peaceful universe. And that's what we are talking about here. There's no manual. You don't get a Chilton's manual, as we had said yesterday. There's no Chilton's manual. You can get one for your Volvo, but you cannot get one for your body, right? We do not have one. There are lots of books out there on how your body works and this and that, but you do not have one on your energetics, right? You do not have a book to go, is this correct? How am I behaving energetically? Is this possible? What are the energetics of this? Why am I seeing that? Just in general, how do you create your universe energetically? There are lots of teachers with fragments of all of that. Your closest to unfragmenting all of that would be Dr. Joe Dispenza, right? Or to Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, the Power Three, right? Those are the closest you are going to have in your universe, right? To the energetics of how you work, to your universe, and to writing the book, so to speak, on energetics and how your universe works, which is what we are doing. We're not literally writing the book. Well, we might, but we don't know yet. But nonetheless, what we are literally doing right now, though, is helping you to understand your energetics and to understand that you are nothing more than your energetics. You want your trauma body, you know, all the garbage, you are like rubber and glue, right? So everything somebody has said to you, it's like putty stuck to you like the wall, right? You don't have to hold that. That's your body. You are the inside of that. And that's what we are getting at in this slower, more relaxed transmission today, is that you don't have to play into those energetic games. And that's why we are here. That's why you have your Dr. Bruce Lipton and your Dr. Joe Dispenza in your universes, right? If you slow down and look at what you've got, you don't have to live in this trauma. You don't have to be your dramas. And with one step at a time, we were going to smooth you out and help you to create the most awesome universe for yourself. There we go. We're going to one more just for you. A little bit more energetic. All right, we'll tap your heart. And hopefully the idea, of course, is to wake up your heart chakra in the long run, right? Because that is, your heart chakra is your brain. And that's where you want to live your universe out of, is your heart chakra. And so we are tapping into your heart chakra, smoothing around. Like a salt shaker, right? Shaking love into your body through the rose quartz pyramid. There we go. The pillar. All right, so we aren't going to go too much longer here. Take a deep breath in. Release. Go one more time. It's not always have to be crazy on the energetics here on Saint Germain's channel, right? On Josh's channel, either way. Yeah, it's a shared channel. His channel Josh would still be doing, he was doing the finding your before Saint Germain came in and did the channeling with him. And now we are doing the smoothing as well. So from your end, it's a shared channel. If you got something you want to be on the channel, let Josh know. Hopefully next Tuesday, he will have Laura back on and we'll get things situated and we'll have we'll have a bunch of people on and we will get things moving. Viviani will be on as well. And we may go live more than just he may go live more than just a Tuesday night because there are lots of people here wanting to get on the channel once we are now figuring out the technical difficulties that we were having. But nonetheless, we love you. We know you love yourself. We are grateful that you watch. And we are grateful for your interactions. We do not know yet if we will change the name. It might become Mr. Floyd Energetics, and we are thinking that might even be happen today. We have not gotten business cards, but if we change the channel name, then we have to go and change the email and lots of things as well. So we will see what we are going to do. Right now, it is Mr. Floyd Channelings. Any name doesn't matter. It's the energetics anyways. It is what you are feeling when you are done with these today, when you are out in your universe, right? Did good dawning have an impact on you? That is the question. When you are out doing your universe, doing your thing, are you slowing down, realizing you are energetics and you don't have to dovish into your universe? You don't have to dovish into Fran and tell her to shut up about talking about her children. You don't have to bring Bob home from the office, right? And if you get cut off at the grocery store, you can send that person love and be like, I am not cutting people off. I love you. You do you. It's your universe. I am going to stand here and politely take the next person in, take the next empty self-checkout at the grocery store. You can have the energetics of cutting people off and running away laughing. That is up to you if you remember our video. That is what we are getting at. And that is our point of why we are here, is so that you, when you are in the grocery store, slow down and not get run over. There you go. You are the energetic play that we have been talking about. We are not going anywhere. We are just, sounds like we are like the end, right? You are seeing it. Goodbye now forever. No, but that is not the case. What we are doing is just doing a slowed down version of We're Dining with Mr. Floyd. And there's nothing wrong with that. In your universe, sometimes you personally need to slow down to be in your universe too. So take a deep breath. It's our midweek, our hump day, slow down, so to speak. You are not, you are humping, so to speak, but the middle of your work week, right? If you are working and you slow down today. Can you do that in your universe? Take a walk slower, smell deeper, look harder, feel more intensely. Do everything you do today with more intent, with more love. If you are having negative thoughts about yourself, cut your own cords. Before you take Bob home from the office or yell at Fran for cussing out, talking about our children, right? Take a deep breath. Sometimes it's easier just to walk away from the energetics. Releasing transmission. There we go. Quantum energetics to work with that algorithm. I'm thinking that might work. I have to see what other names are out there as well. But yeah, thank you. I was slowed down there. I have no idea. I'm not in control of any of the energetics once that happens. So Saint Germain, once I turn it over to Saint Germain, and it's never not turned. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm an open channel, and there's a distinction. What that means is like a lot of channels are like, all right, we're channeled, we're done. It's like seal it off, right? Close it off. And then you have to regain those energy. I want to channel. Well, it's closed, right? So then you got to stop, open the wall, and then regain the energetics. They know how to do that. I never close the wall, so it's always open. So that's why you see me the way I'm channeling there. So it's more energetics on my end, because yeah, on my end there, even when I'm talking now, technically Saint Germain is right there. So it's not like he's right. He just does not close him off. So he is technically is always Saint Germain to an extent. And Saint Germain will back off, but he is always in Josh's arc field, so to speak, because Josh does not seal off or close. Like I am intending to close off the channel. He has not said that once yet. Matter of fact, he reiterates that he is an open channel, so he is always available. And so that's why you are seeing that. But from your end, we're going to release Josh, but so from your end, see those energetics, slow down a little bit. You don't always have to be all like Saint Germain's always speedy, and so sometimes it's nice to just in your universe. And we might do one whole video. This is going to sound really crazy, and I just got a download from Saint Germain. We might do one whole good dawning. We just sit in silence. It sounds crazy, but you will see. Saint Germain says you will see. We are wanting you to slow down in order to create your universe. You have to slow down. You see, Josh can come in and out of channeling because he doesn't close the channel. Saint Germain is always flowing, but it is not just picked up, right? Like the radio station, he is always tuned to 99 point Saint Germain, but it is not always, the volume is down. But then if he turns the volume up, poof, Saint Germain's right there because he doesn't cut the cord. He doesn't say he is a closed channel or closing the channel. It's all about the intention. So sometimes we just slow down because it's the thing to do. We're not going to dive through our universes. You're not going to see this always as slow energetics. No, of course not. Part of the appeal to Saint Germain channeling is that he is energetic and he is full of energies, right? And he is exciting and whatnot. But we are doing this for you to show you that sometimes it is more important to breathe in, breathe out, and to slow walk through your universe, so to speak, so that you can see it from a slower, more, less chaotic, more focused, energetic perspective. There we go. We love you. All right, so we're going to end it there. That's with 4636. So there we go. Grateful. I always look at the numbers because the numbers mean something. If you look through my numbers, there are a lot of 44s and whatnot. It's just there's a lot of synchronicities in between some of the times that these are out go through. I don't have any control over that because it's Saint Germain doing the channeling. I can look at the clock, but I can't stop Saint Germain from channeling per se unless I bust the channel. And I can do that, but it's not easy actually. I love the term dervishing. Yeah, so do I. And then I'm a deadhead, right? And so you don't see it, but my past life, I was with the Grateful Dead in San Francisco in the 60s. Past life regression session. But nonetheless, they call them the dervishers. So in you go to a Grateful Dead concert, there's always a group of women, and they just spin the entire show. I'd be dizzy after one rotation, but they do it pretty much the entire show. So we call them the twirling dervishers. If you go to a fish show, and I may end up at a fish show this weekend, I may not. But if you go to a fish show, then you'll see them on the floor as well, and they take up a big chunk of the floor and they just spin. But the idea of dervishing is just kind of barreling through like a whirling dervish or a broken machine that just is kind of barreling through your universe, so to speak. And that's not what Saint Germain wants. That's the reason why he put this together, because I was dervishing in my universe or wasn't creating anything. And so he's like, I'm going to teach you to create, I'm going to teach everybody else to create as well. And that's why we're here. The spins in the show. Yeah, exactly. You got it, Suzette gets it. The spins in the shows, the spinners who, they don't need any LSD or any weed. They just spin around so much, you get a natural high from spinning. You go to the Krishnas, you can do the same thing. There's the Jared Huda had a video. So check out Huda. He's got some posts from Hare Krishnas. And it's not the 70s Hare Krishnas that you would think of, but the Krishnas these days are a lot different. Not like an Airplane, the movie, where it's like, Hare Krishna, Rose? And then he gets punched in the face. But nonetheless, no, it's lovely. And it's the most amazing thing ever. And they're instead of like grounding into your end, they're using dancing and chanting to ground into your energies and raise up your vibration into source. But yeah, there's a whole group of them that'll spin for like hours on end. I don't know how they do it. To the Krishna music, no less, to the Hare Krishna, 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 and they're just spinning and spinning. And it's just watching it makes me dizzy. But yes. But yeah, if you want to see the Krishnas, so check out Jared's video as well. Maybe I'll throw something in the community page. But I thank you guys so much. Grateful for all of you and everything that you guys do. And grateful. When I get up in the dawning and I flip up and go live and I see you all pile in, there's no words. I have no words that can describe how awesome that feels to see you all pile in every dawning. Henny and Suzette and Millie and Yangtze and Angela and Bonnie and Laura and anybody else I might have missed. Viviani who pops in. All of you guys. Yeah, there's no words. So with that, I say thank you. We're all a family here, and yeah. So maybe even an email distribution list if you guys are interested and chat with each other. Maybe I've had an idea as well, and maybe you guys an open Zoom session for the close home group, so to speak, where we can just pop into Zoom maybe once every 2 weeks or a month and just chat. Give me a thumbs up if you got a second before we end this here, because it's just an idea that I've been floating. It's been floating me. Is what if I did like a Brady Bunch chat, right? Where we just send the links and I step out, so to speak. Everybody can. Hi, John. Welcome. Good dunning, John. John Benny. There we go. I consider John Benny to be a blessing. He's a blessing to the universe, but it's a blessing when he goes live because from our end, it's. I can't imagine a more perfect way to back this channel up than to dive like on Tuesdays where we dive from here into John Benny's chat and can really where he's working. I'm working with your outer energetics, right, to help you to see how you're creating your universe. Well, John is going on the inside there to help you to create the inside energetics to smooth out those attachments that you have that Saint Germain can't see because we're working outside, or those blockages. Maybe you have a cage around your heart, and Saint Germain can't see it. We're working again with your outside energies. That's where John can step in and can see that. And so we are eternally grateful. And as a matter of fact, John, I will get you out an email within the next 48 hours or so, and I'm going to set it up. So John, we'll have John on the channel here as well and showcase his work and his dragon light language and whatnot. Maybe even play a song or two. I don't know. He's an accomplished musician as well. And that's really what it was when John's music would drop in, because he's in Scotland at 3 o'clock in the morning, like 4 years ago when I was crying it out in the dark night of the soul. The most grounding thing ever when you needed something like that. And so for that, thank you. Honor. So yeah, we're grateful for all of you. You kind of caught us at the end there. Yes, it is such fun. All of this is fun. I mean, come on. Think about rewind. We're never telling you to rewind your universe, right? No. But just take a second and ground into your old energies. Ground into yourself 5 years ago, 10 years, when you were actively in your, right? Put yourself in the now. Feel the difference. It's amazing, and it is fun. And as you ascend, the energy gets up, and as you start to rise, the fun gets so much even more amazing. Thank you all so much. I am grateful. Saint Germain is grateful for all of you, and yeah, join us again and tomorrow as well. We're going to go live with John as well. We end up like at 9, 9, 10, 9, 15. So then we we do anyways generally, and pile over to John there. So you can work on your energetic clearing. Just do keep in mind though, what John's providing the universe, and I'm sure he's getting it way back in many energetic and karmatic returns, is fantastic. And he's not charging you anything for it. So if you do take advantage of his services, we do ask that you tag his PayPal in whatever you feel is appropriate for you and that you can afford without starving yourself out, so to speak. But those services, all of these gifts that you see people have in their universe there are being shared freely. And so keep that in mind. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Again, with your permission, we'll do another quick little energetic smoothing to tap some more love tapping just to kind of end it here real quick and bring you back into balance with the rose quartz. And may you find more love today when hopefully this rose quartz seals a little love into your heart, which is what we're looking for. And that from yourself there, that if the energetics don't present love to you, you have a choice. You are your energetics. So if you slow down, and that's what today's part of the day's purpose with Saint Germain going slower, is that if you slow down into your universe and don't react, but allow the energetics to kind of flow and slowly react through energetics, not the trauma body, you will see a big difference in your universe. Before you react to anything, take a deep breath, drop into yourself, then see what happens. I love you. Stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next. Big hugs.